Who will signal? Shriramji or Bhagini? This is a piece of the Rigveda mantra. 10, 134, 17, 17. 10, 134, not 17, 7. 10, 134, 7. 10th mandala, 134 sukta, 7th mantra. A piece of it. mantrashRutyam, mantrashRutyam, charaamasi. mantrashRutyam, charaamasi. So all the words are very clear. Mantra. So it is understood as mananaat traayata iti mantram. Manana, to ponder over it, to think about it again and again and again. That is manana. It's not listening once, it's not thinking about it once, but continuously on that. That is manana. So when we do so, it protects us. Traayata. Traing palane. It protects us. And that is called as mantra. Mantra is which protects us, provided we are on it through and through. shRutyam, shru shravane. Shru shravane. charaamasi, charagatau. charaamasi, charagatau. Now by this time we should have observed one very important thing. Now these roots, what I explained, will almost fix the meaning of the mantra. It doesn't become ambiguous, and there is no scope for XYZ to interpret it. Now the very mantra itself, the very words that are in the mantra itself will come out with its meaning based on its dhatu, based on its root. Almost the meaning of the whole sentence is fixed. Maybe little this way or that way we have to trim it. And for that sake we have got other Vedangas, Vyakarana, Shiksha, Chandas, etc. With the help of that, we will be able to definitely say, understand the meaning of that Veda mantra. And here, the individual opinion or individual interpretation or individual commentary is not at all necessary. That means the subjectivity in understanding a Veda mantra is almost eliminated. It becomes very objective. We follow this method, the meaning of a particular mantra will flash. We will be able to understand all of us in the same way. But when we go for interpretation, it depends upon the individual's level of knowledge, individual's way of understanding it and explaining it. So it varies from person to person. It becomes subjective. But this method is so scientific. We call it as the Arshaya Krama. That is the method followed by the Rishis. Arshaya Krama. And in this Arshaya Krama, the subjectivity is eliminated. Whatever be my prejudices, whatever be my experience, whatever be the limitations of the knowledge of mine, that has no impact on understanding the mantra. The mantra by itself evolves. The mantra itself unfolds and it gives its meaning. It's more of objective nature. Now, this is one wonderful aspect of the Veda Bhasha and its structure and its making itself clear, which you don't find in any other language. And it's very scientific. It's very scientific because the way it unfolds itself is based on strict rules and regulations, sutras, and logical sequence. Okay, mantrashRutyam charaamasi. Now, what is a mantra? So, one fundamental meaning is the one about which if we think and analyze again and again, yes, it protects us. That's okay, fine. I have told you several times. Once again, I remind you. Veda is not a book. Because your book is lost. We understand that Veda is lost. No. You know, the book is lost, Veda is not lost. Book is different, Veda is different. Maybe the book has recorded it, but that record is not Veda. Then, okay, then what is Veda? The mantras too are not Vedas. Because if you forget a mantra, does it mean that the Veda is gone? Veda is lost? No. Of course, it is a media through which we try to understand Veda. But that media itself is not the Veda. The sentences and the setting of it in the form of a mantra, that is not Veda. Then what is Veda? Veda is something subtle. Veda is something abstract. And of course, we understand it through the mantra. The content of the mantra is Veda. Now, there is no rule that we have to understand the content through mantra only. No. The content is independent of mantra. Of course, through mantra we can understand it easily. But even otherwise, if a person leads a very, very simple, honest life, yes, they will be able to see the truth around them. And that is Veda. Veda is not dependent on mantra, is not dependent on the book. It's not dependent on any language. Of course, through that it will be easier for us to understand, to comprehend, that's fine. But it's not dependent on that, and it's not a must that we should study the mantra, we should study the language, and through that only we have to realize the truth. No, truth is independent. For a clean heart, for a pure heart, truth reveals itself. That person may not know the Vedic language at all. That person might not have heard the word Veda at all in the life. Doesn't matter. So the truth, which is subtle, which is abstract, that is real Veda. Once it so happened, a person from Denmark had come. We were discussing about so many things. Then finally I asked, Mister, I don't know your Veda. I don't know your language. I know nothing about it. I have not heard about it. Do I have salvation or not? That is a very simple question. I said, you have. There is no dependency, or the knowledge of Vedic language or the Veda is a must for your salvation or for your realization. It's not a must. If you have a pure heart and if you can see the truth as it is, fine, you have your salvation. If spiritually you can purify yourself, if spiritually if you can strengthen your soul, yes, you have your salvation. Knowing Vedic language or knowing Veda is immaterial. Of course, through it, it becomes a bit easier, that's fine. But it's not a must. Whatever I'm telling appears something peculiar, but that's a fact. It's a fact. Okay then. Now that knowledge, that truth, that realization of the cosmic rules, They say cosmic, it covers the rules related to the physical things. It encompasses the rules of the psyche and also the rules related to the Atma. All these rules are put together. In the modern science, as you see, they concentrate more on the physical laws. Physics, chemistry, different laws, the relationship between different materials, elements, this and that. And very little progress has been done in the psychological field. They're trying to analyze it and trying to evolve or find out, discover the rules related to the psyche, how it works. But still, there are so many gray areas in that. And realizing that there is another entity called Atma, and it also is governed by so many rules, is still not clear. They got their own doubt as to whether a thing like an Atma exists or not. Consciousness. If it exists, how it exists, what is its nature, still they are yet to discover it. Whereas when it comes to Vedas, it's very clear about the rules governing the Atma, its nature, its contents, the samskaras, the imprints, the impacts, and what it prompts, what it motivates. All these things are very clear, and the rules governing it too are very clear. And they are universal in nature. It is the same for all people at all places and at all times. Such are the rules. Now, okay, we understand the rules. We listen to it. mantrashRutyam. Okay, we listen to it. When I say listen, it doesn't mean only listen. It's only upalakshaNa. It's a representative. Maybe we listen to it. Maybe we read it. We see it. Maybe we experience it. Okay, all these things come in that. So listening is the representative of understanding it. Okay, we understand what is there in a mantra, what it contains, what next. That's a very, very important thing. Charaamasi, we shall practice. anushTaana, we call it as anushTaana. Shta is shta gati nivrutam. Anu, we follow it and have our roots in that. anushTaana. We shall practice it. We shall make it our own. It shall become the part of our life. Unless we practice, unless we understand the rules and put it into practice in our life, Vedas are of no use to us. The actual use of it is in practicing. Not in listening. Not in listening.
Sharmaji.
Yes, please.
anushTaana, can you explain once more, please?
anushTaana. Shta gati nivruttau. To be stable, to be strong in that, having a strong fold, strong footing, anushTaana. Gati nivruttau. Gati is movement. Nivrutti means to overcome it. To be firm. Anu means following. What do we follow? The truth, what we have realized. We realize the truth and we are firm in it. That is anushTaana. How we are firm? Because we practice it. We practice it. We won't divulge. So, whatever we have heard, whatever we have learned, unless we put it into practice, we get no benefit. We have to put it into practice. Heart and soul. More and more we practice it. More and more we reform our lives in those lines. Yes, more and more benefit we get. Assured. That's the law. Assured. Now, we have got one small shortcoming in that. That's our problem. So we have for this. Now, when do I get the results? This is one of my worries. Is it tomorrow? Is it after tomorrow? How much I get? How much I got already? I start keeping an account of it. It's none of my business. That we have to understand. You go on doing it. Your results are assured. But when, how much, in what proportion? Okay, there is different rules governing it. And to calculate and to expect is not your business. This is what Krishna puts in short in Gita. Karmanyeva adhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. All your rights, all your duties are in performing it, in practicing it. And what fruits you are going to get, don't worry about it, it's assured. When, how, in what proportion, okay, that's a different law that works. And to keep track of it is not your business. At one point of time, Arjuna gets into a confusion. Okay, you say it comes. My life is hardly 100 years, maybe 120. I die. What happens? I have not yet got my fruits, but I die. And he says, death is not a loss. Death is not destruction. Death is only a separation between the soul and the body. Why do you worry? Now, a person who has to get the fruits is the soul. It's eternal. It never dies. Now it is with one particular Sharindriya Manas. Once it's gone, yes, it will go today or tomorrow. Once it is gone, you get another Sharindriya Manas. What about Atma? It's a continuous journey. How do you understand it? The very root of Atma, I have told you, Ata Satatya Gamane. Ata Satatya Gamane, which moves and moves eternally. That's called an Atma. Now the one who has done all these things is the Atma. One is eligible for the fruits is Atma, and that never dies. It continues its journey. Maybe in a different environment, in a different framework. Don't worry about it. Your fruits are assured. Maybe in this framework, maybe in this life, or maybe in a different environment, in a different framework. Your fruits are assured. So what you have to do is, continue doing your duty. Continue practicing it. Don't worry about the fruits. It is assured. When it is assured, worrying about it is a waste of time and energy. Don't do it. You will not miss it. You will not miss it. You will get it. That is the law. We should understand the law and we should have shraddha in it. This word also I have used many times. Shraddha, shrat plus dha. Dha is dudhai dharana porshanayoho. Shrat is truth. To realize truth and to have our faith or belief, whatever it is, in truth is called shraddha. It's not blind belief. It's not just faith without any basis. You first search for truth, seek for truth. And once we realize the truth, upon it we place our confidence. Upon it we place our faith. Upon it we place our belief. That's called shraddha. It's not just believing. It's not just faith. It is an outcome of discovery of truth. And to discover truth, you need mEdha. This also I told you several times. mEdha. There is an analytic power, logical power. We are not taking anything for granted. We analyze, we experiment, we experience, and finally realize the truth, discover the truth. This also I told you, many Veda mantras motivate us to discover truth. Satya Shavasa, they call us. Your power is truth. You're all people empowered with truth. So what you have to do? Discover it. Yuyam tat satya shavasa avishkarta mahitvana. You discover truth. You are capable of it. Because truth is your power. You discover it. And this can be done only by human beings. No other creature on the planet can do this task. Only a human being, only the human structure, the sharira indriya manas of a human being alone is capable of doing this. Right? Only a person who does this is really called as a human being. Otherwise, he is a human being just by form, and by nature and quality is as good as any other animal or creature. mantrashRutyam mridhaschranti. That's what they say. A lot of animals moving on the planet, but in the form of human beings. They are not human beings. Right? Discover truth using mEdha. Once you discover truth, make it a part and parcel of your life. Shraddha. Shraddhancha medhancha jata veda prayachatu. It's our prayer to God. Please instill in me both mEdha and shraddha. MEdha to discover truth, shraddha to lead my life in accordance with it. So the whole stress is not on just discovering truth, not on just understanding or realizing truth, but ultimately putting it into practice. anushTaana, that's very, very important. Only then we get the benefits. Mere knowing is of no use. This also I have told several times. Knowing it is gnyaana. Fine. The right knowledge. There itself, lot of confusions are there. Whatever we know, whatever we think, yes, we say that is truth, that is right. No. We have to evaluate it at every step and finally decide upon what is really truth and objective. One simple rule I have given you, that is applicable to all people at all places and at all times, is truth. Search for it. Once the truth is realized, practice it. That is called karma. Translate that right knowledge into right action. Karma. Gnyaana karma. Now, how to understand it? This example also I have given. Gnyaana is like a lame person with very bright eyes. Karma is a strong person without eyes. It's blind. Karma is blind. Gnyaana is lame. Now we need a beautiful coordination between the two. Karma takes the lame gnyaana upon its shoulders. Gnyaana by itself cannot move because it's lame. Karma can move, it's very strong, but it has no eyes. It needs someone to guide it. There is an understanding between the two. The gnyaana sits on the shoulders of the karma. Now gnyaana guides. It has got beautiful eyes. It says, go like this, right, left, right, left. Now this karma moves according to the guidance of the gnyaana. Yes, both can reach the goal. It's a beautiful understanding between the two. The lame and the blind. Andha pangu gnaya. Andha is blind, pangu is lame. A beautiful coordination, a beautiful understanding between the two, and both reach the goal safely and well, the right goal. Is that all? No, no, no. I got one more thing. That's called upaasana. Gnyaana, karma, upasana. Upasana is one which instills in us that humility, vinaya. Okay, whatever I do, it is not purely because of my effort. There are so many hundreds of factors which are helping me out. I know some, many I don't know. There are so many factors. There are so many other forces acting upon me in and around. Now, because of that, things are happening. Of course, my role is there, my effort is there, but only that is not sufficient to take me towards a goal. Now, all that is all those factors which are helping me to reach the goal. Yes, I thank them and I call it as like God's gift. So that I call it as upasana. I'm indebted to it. I'm not egoistic and say it's all because of my effort it happened. No. I'm performing my role as honestly as possible. And of course, there are so many other factors which have come to help me and the things have happened. Thank you all. See this humility, this humility. And whom do you thank? All those factors which are helpful, I put it into one and I call it as God. And I thank God for having given me this opportunity, this knowledge, and finally the result. And I also remember that this God is always with me at any circumstance. I'm not alone. I'm not alone. It's not a person, it's a force. It is Satchidananda. That Satchidananda force is always with me. I am in it, it is in me. Now this realization that I am in Satchidananda and Satchidananda in me boosts my efforts, boosts my self-confidence, boosts the strength of my soul, boosts the purity of my soul. Now that is called as, the state is called as upasana. So all the three things are required: gnyaana, karma, upasana. Now here, in this piece of the mantra, mantrashRutyam charaamasi. Now here the emphasis on that karma part. Lead your life in accordance with whatever you have heard through the mantra, whatever you have understood through the mantra. Follow it. I should follow accordingly. Now it's not for listening, it's not for lecturing, it's not for writing a thesis and getting a doctorate. No. It's for practicing at every step of our life. mantrashRutyam charaamasi. Just it is 2 words, but the impact of it is so wide, so serious, that we'll understand or will experience the benefit of it only by practicing it, karma. And karma is not alone. On one side it is gnyaana, along with it. On the other side it is upasana. You can call this as a trilogy if you want. So the combination of these three, gnyaana, karma, upasana, yes, will deliver the goods. mantrashRutyam charaamasi. Anytime, anywhere, yes, we get the benefit only when we practice it. Only when it has got a bearing on every step we take, not otherwise. Mere theory is of no use. Whatever we understand through theory has to be put into practice. Very much essential. Anything for that matter, more so with the Vedic knowledge. When you say Vedic knowledge, it is knowledge of truth, knowledge of the cosmic rules, which is universal. It's the same for all, at all times, at all places. No discrimination whatsoever. It's open for all. No discrimination on the basis of caste, creed, nationality, race, gender. Nothing. It's open for all. This is a very important feature of the Vedic knowledge, which you don't find in any other thing. In all other sources of knowledge, yes, there are so many terms and conditions. Only when they are satisfied, it's for you. Or once you accept it, you are bound by so many terms and conditions. It's not so. Here it is realization, revelation of truth. And once I realize truth, automatically I'll be motivated to practice it. No force, no force. Nobody enforces it upon me. I myself voluntarily, wholeheartedly start practicing it because I know the benefits are assured. And the benefits are what I need. That's ultimately the experience of bliss. That's my goal. And it's the only path available for it. When I say the only path available for it, it doesn't mean study of Vedas. It doesn't mean memorizing the mantras. It never means analyzing the mantras. But ultimately, it is realization of truth. Studying of Veda and Veda mantra, okay, it helps us realize truth, of course, but not necessarily. If a person who is simple, who is honest, has got an open mind, a broad mind, if the person can see and realize truth in him and around him, excellent. He also will get the benefit. He may not have heard the word Veda at all. He may not know the Vedic language. He may not have studied any mantra. It doesn't matter at all. Because the ultimate goal of studying all these things is to realize truth. If I study everything and if I don't realize truth, it's a big waste. Instead, if a person can realize the truth in any other way, excellent, he is benefited. Now that benefit will come to us only when we practice it. Sharagatav. Put it into practice. Experiment, experience, review. Yes, that is the actual way of improvising ourselves, moving ahead, growing, developing, whatever you call it. To get up and move ahead. Utkarama ataha. From where you are, get up and move ahead. Udyanam te purusha na vayanam. Your journey is upwards, not downwards. See, there are so many such guidelines. All such guidelines are concentrated in just two words. mantrashRutyam, charaamasi. Realize, practice. Realize truth, put into practice. If that practice is not there, that realization is a big waste. Even though that realization is perfect, it's of no use. The real benefit and use is only when you practice it. It's not blind practice again. It's a practice after realization of truth. It's a condition. There's an interrelationship between it. It's not alone. And both are encompassed by the upasana, humility, gnyaana, karma, upasana. In this piece of the mantra, as I told you, that karma part is emphasized. mantrashRutyam charaamasi. Veda 10.134.7. Once again, it is speaking to ourselves. Okay, I have heard so many things. I have learned so many things. Now what next? Whatever I have listened to, what I have understood, yes, all of us, we have to honestly try to put it into practice. That gradually enhances the maturity in us, the tolerance in us, the patience in us. And all these things will ultimately result in happiness and bliss. Of course, that's what we are searching for. Okay, thank you for the day. Namaste.